Hello, my butterfly beauties, and welcome if you are new. My name is Charlene, and on this channel, we discuss everything beauty, fragrance, and lifestyle. So if you like my style, why don't you subscribe and you stay a while. In today's video, as you saw in the thumbnail, this is my January perfume tray. I told you guys during my December perfume tray and recap that I was going to be changing up some things for my perfume trays, and I'm going to try to limit myself to so many that is already in my collection so I could play with them more and layer them up with different things. And then I will also test different perfumes out throughout the month. So I'm going to share my perfume tray and then also share some of the perfumes that I plan on testing during the month to see what my thoughts are on them as well. So if you would like to see any of those, my picks, and some of the things that I'm going to be testing out, then just stay tuned. So let's start off with things that are on my tray for this month. If you saw my perfume maceration update, you would have saw several of the perfumes that I just pulled out of maceration or hiding. Did my first impressions of them, and I said I was going to probably put a few of those on my tray. That Dupe one, I've already tested that out and let my husband test that one out. So I will, although I don't have it over here, it's over there on the shelf, I will include it in my recap and review of that one. So the one that was the blend of two ouds, that Dupe fragrance that I thought was more unisex, leaning masculine, but on the site it said it was just a straight up masculine scent. We've already both tested that one. So like I said, I'll give you our thoughts on that one when we do our review and recap. So that's not on here because I did mention in my December perfume review and recap that I might be moving it to my January tray. So that is why it's not on here. We already tested it because it's already the 8th, you guys, with me filming this. So this stuff I've been having sitting here. I just haven't filmed the video. So I've already been pulling stuff off the tray utilizing it. So it's not that I'm just not starting to use the tray. It's just that I'm just not finally sharing it with you guys. But anyways, so the ones that I am moving over here that was part of that perfume maceration update, so I'm not going to go into too much details about, but this one is the Oud Mood from Lattafa. This is that one that has the saffron, the argarwood, has all those types of notes in it. Amber vanilla, has a little smokiness about it, has a little sweetness about it. So this one I decided to move over to the tray because I figured that if we're going to use it, this is the time of year to be using it. Move Dupe onto the tray as well. This is another flanker that they have to the other cameras that has more of a smokiness, incensey smell about it that smells beautiful. Like I said, I'm just going to run through those because they were just on my perfume maceration video. The other one that I pulled from that video is Peace and Love. I want to go ahead and give this one a go. This one is gorgeous. So we're going to have love on this one as well as the Sir Alkalude fragrance here. That was that white floral. Yeah, nice sweet scent. So move that one. So those four are from the ones that I had that were in hiding that I want to play with more for this month. A couple of the other ones that was already in my collection that I pulled from my collection is this Shaguf Oud. So Shaguf Oud is the regular oud one that they had. I'm not going to put it too close because I do not want to blind you guys. But this one has that saffron, the oud in it, the rose, the praline, has all those in there. Perfect for this time of year. So pull this one out, as well as this Bent Horan's fragrance. So this is the other one. This one is the one that has also saffron, geranium, nutmeg. It has a bunch of different notes in it that smells gorgeous. It has, let's see here, coriander, cypress, lemon, tangerine, sage, bergamot. Then it has nutmeg, geranium, saffron, blue lotus, lily of the valley, cinnamon, musk, tobacco, vetiver, amber, sandalwood, and cedar. Has a bunch of notes in it, but this one is gorgeous. I actually wore this one yesterday. Beautiful. I'll let you guys know about my layering combos when I do my weekly layering combo. But I did a layer combo with this one already. That was beautiful. Got me some compliments as well. So stay tuned to that video. But Bit Haran is a beauty. All right, so a couple of the ones that I pulled from some of my dupe houses. So Juliana's Perfumes, I pulled Pass Me More. This is that Passe Sour fragrance that has ginger and mandarin orange, black pepper, kinks, jasmine, orange blossom, amber, cashmere, and patchouli. This is another one that I want to play with for this winter season. So we're going to see what that one does on my skin, as well as Miss Independent from Juliana's Perfume. So Miss Independent is the Killian Princess dupe. So that marshmallow in here with the ginger and all that. We're going to play with this one for sure. Enjoy this one. And 4 of them are from the Dupe brand that I pulled. So two of them I moved over from last tray. Already played with one of these as well. The one that I already played with was, which one here? This one. Strawberry Dream Cake. So this is your Bath and Body Works Strawberry Pound Cake dupe. I already played with this one since I went over my December tray with you guys. Gorgeous. We'll continue to play with this one for the month, but this is a nice strawberry with the cake note in here that has a lot of sweetness in it. So this one is beautiful. The other one I moved over because I didn't get a chance to play with, I believe was no, I think that was the only one I moved over. I pulled these other 2 to play with. I think this was on last month's tray, but I can't remember. I either pulled it for this time or I added it this time. But anyways, this one is Raspberry Jam Fluffy Donut from Bath and Body Works dupe. This one has wild raspberry jam, powdered sugar, and warm fluffy donut. So we're going to see what I think of this one, because I haven't played with this one yet. And I haven't played with Snowy Strawberries. So Snowy Strawberries is that strawberry snowflakes dupe that has strawberry, whipped cream, ice, and bergamot. So I pulled this one as well to be playing with for this month, because we're in the perfect season for it, right? The other one, this was one of my original purchases. So this is like over a year ago that I got this one. This is the Killian Black Phantom dupe. It's called Black Widow. So I'm finally deciding to pull this one out. So Black Phantom has dark rum, sugar cane, dark chocolate, coffee, caramel, almond, Japanese vetiver, heliotrope, and sandalwood. This one has a nice depth about it, and I'm looking forward to trying this one because I was waiting on this one to do some changing because I was on the fence on this when I originally got it. But you see, the juice have changed colors. So we're going to see what I think of it now. So that is on the tray. So the next one I decided to put on my tray was my Bath and Body Works perfume Into the Night. This is like the perfect time to be wearing this one, so I decided to go ahead and pull it out. But Into the Night has the scent notes of dark berries, midnight jasmine, and rich amber. I love this scent in the body mist. So I want to get some use out of this perfume and my mist and my lotions in this one. Perfect time to wear it. So I decided to pull this one for the tray. So that is everything that I actually like pulled that I want to play with and dabble more into as far as the tray goes. These other items are newer to my collection that I'm going to test out during the month. So the first one I have here was one that I pulled from my TJ Maxx haul that I did. I got several of these fragrances from the Good Scent. Don't know if you ever heard of that brand before. I hadn't. But this one is Espresso Martini that has espresso cream, vanilla bean, and chocolate liqueur. So again, this is something that seems more this time of year appropriate. So I want to play with this one as well to see what I think about this one. So this is one that I want to test out to see what I think about that fragrance on my skin. The next one I pulled was also another one I picked up from TJ Maxx. This is from the Le Monde Gourmand line. This is their Hair and Body EDT fragrance. So this one is said to have blends notes of toasted sugar, black almond, and ripe plum. So we're going to see what, again, this is another one. I want to test, see how it's going to be on my skin from the Le Monde Gourmand brand. One of the ones I've already tried, because like I said, we're already in week 1 of this month, and I already tried a couple of these fragrances. So the other one that I pulled to try out was the new one that I got from Lancôme. This is the La Vie Estibelle Vanilla Nude. So I will have my wear test results video coming out for this one. I'm going to put that one as a separate video because this is one of their new flankers from the La Vie Estibelle line from Lancôme. And another one that I've already tried for the month, but I put it aside for this month, so I'm putting it in this video, was from Sniff, and this is the Honey Sweet. And this one has crystallized honey, broom absolute, saffron, lavender flower, Havana wood, and vanilla bourbon in it. Tried this one as well. I do have another one from Sniff that I want to try, so I have not tried this one yet. I tried that one though. And this one is the Crème Couture. So Crème Couture, these both I hauled back from the Ulta sales that was going on. So I picked up a bunch of the Sniff fragrances because they had them marked down with a good deal. So I picked up several. And so I pulled these two to try out for this month because to me they were this season appropriate. So Crème Couture says Croissant Accord, Wild Berry Jam, Black Currant, Toasted Vanilla, Tonka Bean, and Sandalwood. So we're going to give that one a go. I haven't tested that one yet. I tested the first two I showed you. And the other 3 I had here were from the Victoria's Secret. So you guys know that I've done a bunch of hauling of the Victoria's Secret perfumes as well. So Tease Candy Noir, I'm going to try this one out. Do they have the notes on here for this one? Yeah, Tease Candy Noir has raspberry glaze, night blooming iris, and warm tonka. And the 3 I pulled here are ones that I felt like would do better during this time of year. Very Sexy Night was the other one that I pulled to go ahead and give it a go. This one has black plum, moonlit iris, and suede woods. And the other one that I pulled was Scandalous. So Scandalous was one of the greenbacks they had for SAS, and it has raspberry liqueur, black peony, and praline. So those fragrances are the ones I'm going to test out for the month, do wear test on. The other ones that are actually on the tray, we're going to do some playing with and layering with for the month. So you guys, that is everything I pulled that I want to play with for January. So tell me what you think of my tray down below in the comments. Be sure you are subscribed to the channel so you can get more content from moi and see my updates on some of these wear test results and what I think of those fragrances. And you'll see my review and recap of them at the end of the month. So make sure you're staying tuned, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.